Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey promised her state will not help Donald Trump in his mass deportation plans. But now Healey says she believes illegal criminal migrants should be deported. Boston Globe's Carine Hajjar joins me now. And Carine, how is Healey, do we know, going to work with Trump and border czar Tom Homan?
Look, the truth is that Massachusetts state law still says that our law enforcement cannot cooperate with ICE detainers. And I think voters are going to push back on that, as they already have. In Massachusetts, Trump's margins grew. Even though it's such a blue state, you saw local Republicans picking up seats in the state legislature. It's a mandate to hone in on immigration, which is ballooning to a cost of $1 billion, which Maura Healey says herself is unsustainable.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, next one for you. Major Democrat donor John Morgan is slamming the Harris campaign's reckless spending. Listen to this.
All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. $900,000 to put her face on the Sphere in Las Vegas. In the Sphere, the ego, the crazy, the commissions. I was at the White House for a dinner Friday night, talking to a lot of people, and I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of whispering. I think this disqualifies her forever. Forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America.
$900,000 to put a face on the Sphere in Vegas. How did that work out for you? Look, there's a lot of Democrat infighting going on right now. How does the party recover from here?
It's tough to say. You have infighting not only on spending, but on social issues like Congressman Seth Moulton and his comments on women's sports. It's hard to see a path forward for Democrats if they just can't come back to common sense. But what I would say to the Harris campaign is going on Seth Rogen's podcast would have, as far as I know, been free. They just spent money on the wrong things. They're completely out of touch with the American public. And all she had to do was sit down. I mean, look, I think a Democrat would have struggled anyways, the economy, just nostalgia for the Trump years. But there was much that she could have done and places she could have been for far cheaper.
Exactly. All right, one more for you, Carine. According to a new UN report, the majority of social media influencers share information with their followers without verifying the accuracy. Another recent report says 1 in 5 people get their news from influencers. I'm not surprised by this, but it is troubling, wouldn't you say?
It is troubling. I have to say, you know, after a year and a half on the campaign primary trail, everyone I talk to says, or all the young voters I talk to say that they get their news on social media. So that's certainly troubling, but I think it also reflects just a falling trust in legacy media. You have trust right now at a low of 31%. And there need to be steps to bring more balance to political coverage on both sides. You know, you had the Harris campaign all of a sudden was this beloved politician when, you know, 2 weeks before she started, her ratings were abysmal. And I think that the media is really going to have to answer to the American public about, you know, what happened here. They didn't prepare American voters for her loss. That's one part of it. I think that trust is just going to be a really big issue going forward and could help combat some of the social media news misinformation.
Exactly. Carine, thank you very much. Have yourself a great Thanksgiving. Appreciate your time with us this morning.
Thank you.